What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a very long time since we've had this AFL and NRL stuff going again, but it's back. That is for sure. And what a way to bring it back than let's try and guess these letters. So AFL, that will be this video as seen in the title, but keep an eye out for the NRL one. That one should be coming out very, very shortly. I've just got to edit that one at the time of speaking. But I think I'll get this one out first. Anyway, let's get into the list. Where should we start? Let's start from 18th and go up. Okay, so in 18th we have what I would assume, and I think almost everyone would assume, West Coast. Yeah, I don't know what to say about them except that yeah, it's looking pretty rough for them. They haven't really added too much talent to their list. The only sort of talent that they've added is Willem Dersma in the draft. But yeah, it's it's not looking too promising for them in terms of list and where they will go this year. Also, like, their team, their list is all right. Like, if you see the names, you're like, oh yeah, that guy, you know, like, in terms of, like, people like Liam Baker, Elliot Yeo, Starcevic has moved there too. They've picked up Starcevic, you know, they've got Harley Reid. Like, if you hear the names, you'll be like, oh yeah. But, yeah, not too much to say about them. Besides, they will definitely be somewhere in that bottom four. Next up, we have Melbourne, I think. I think that's a safe place to put them in 17th. If you look at their list, it's not too promising, especially since they've had the departures of Petrarca, Petrarca, Clayton Oliver, all their actual good players have sort of left. Like, even if you still look at their list and see the names, you'll be like, oh yeah, I know them. But they're definitely not going to have as good of a year as they've had, seeing as though most of their midfielders are gone. I mean, you can still, pick players from their list, like Christian Salem or Stephen May, Max Gawn, of course. But they've also picked up players like Jack Steele recently. So that's not too bad for them, I guess you could say. But yeah, they're not promising, to say the least. Anyway, going up the list now, 16th, I think I have a bit of a safe bet here. I've put Richmond there. Yeah, they haven't really added much talent to their list, nor removed talent from their list. They're sort of just like there at this point. They're not very promising. If you look at their list, it's a lot of young players. There's not too much experience amongst their group. Yeah, it's just it doesn't look too good for Richmond this year, but I'm sure it'll get better for them coming up. 15th, we've got, finally for once, North Melbourne, not in the bottom two. I reckon they're not going to go too bad. Once again, looking at their list and then previous seasons, you just want to see them go up. They've been at the bottom for so long, you just want to see North Melbourne actually have a crack, because they haven't really, gone up the list much in recent years. But I think this squad is their best chance to do it, with people like Harry Sheezel, Dersma, Davies Uniacke, all those names, Jai Simpkin, all those names. You really want to just see North go up, and I think this is their year to get out of the bottom four if they do, but I do have them just in that bottom four at 15th. Yeah. Moving on, 14th. I feel like actually I should put North Melbourne higher than them, but Essendon have picked up a couple of players. So in 16th, I do have Essendon. They've picked up a couple of players in the likes of Braden Fiorini has been added to their list. You know, they've still got Merritt. Kako looks like a promising young player, so he's good. You know, they've still got Darcy Parish. He's still there. They've still got a fair few good players, but then again, they've had a lot of people leave. Sorry, I shouldn't say a lot of people, but Sam Draper's gone. You know, like they just lose. Their players don't actually want to be there. Yeah. Moving on. 13th. This one's gonna get a little bit of hate, but at the same time, it's a good place to put them. I feel like Carlton. They're not very good. I don't think they've got that good of a list this year. I mean they've still got, you know, Paddy Cripps, Harry Mackay, Mitch McGovern. I'm just looking at the list. They've added players like Ben Ainsworth. So they've still got a decent sort of side. It's just how they use it. Because last year, they didn't go too well at all. Okay, moving on. 12th, we have the Saints. Now, the Saints have added a couple players to their list. So, if there's any year we're going to see them actually have a sort of decent crack, it's this year. Although I still have them missing out on wildcard round. I have them at 12th. You know, they've still got good players like Naz. Sam Flanders is another addition. Max King's ruled out again. But yeah, they've still got a decent side. It's just I feel like they'll get a lot more injuries, which is why I have them missing out on the 10, I guess you could say now, but ultimately the top 8. Yeah. Moving on to 11th, we have Port. I don't know why I have them so high, but the other teams under them just aren't promising to me that much, and I feel like Port actually needs to have a crack, and I feel like this might be their year to have. No, I actually don't know why I've got Port there, but I don't know. I feel like they'll be the underdogs, like sort of a team that you wouldn't think that would be there, but they are there. You know, yeah, there's gonna be a silent sort of achiever hitting 11th, but yeah, not too promising. Although, who is their coach? Stewie Jew. Hopefully he can get them on track like he partially did with the Suns. But yeah, good to see what happens down there in Port. Now, number 10, club everyone hates, Collingwood. I feel like Collingwood could be interchanged with the teams at 8th and 9th, which or 7th, 8th, and 9th, which I'll tell you guys in a minute. But they've still got a pretty decent side in terms of players. It's just whether the players will achieve what they have in previous years. You know, they've got a bunch of good players like Dacos brothers, Jamie Elliott, Braden Maynard, Quainer, DeGoey. They've still got all those good players. Pendlebury, Myercheck left not obviously. Myercheck left in the off season, and yeah, so it'll be good to see what happens in terms of Collingwood. But yeah, like I said, Collingwood and number 9 could easily be interchanged. I've got GWS there. I feel like after last year, they'll stay around the same sort of area in terms of ladder position. Like they've they've just added to their list with Clayton Oliver. He's going to be a massive boost for them. If he can get in the right sort of area, they will definitely be a threat to the competition if they really get going, especially with, Clayton Oliver and Toby Green and all their good players. It'll be very good to see what happens for GWS this year. Moving on to number 8 now, we have the Western Bulldogs. I feel like this team, I mean, it's either good or bad, or it's in between. There's never an in between. It's either good or bad. But I hope it's good for them. I kind of hope it's good for them. I feel like they've missed out in previous years, so I kind of hope that they actually have a good year this year. You know, Suns just passed them last year in that final game of the actual home and away season. So kind of unfortunate for them to miss out, but hopefully they can make wild card this year, which I'm pretty sure they will. It shouldn't be too hard to make wild card, and I hope that they can go from there. Moving on to number 7, we have Freo. Yeah. Freo last year got done by the Suns in that cracking final, by the way. That was an absolute ripper game, the fact that David swallowed, just had his basically career on his boot. Just absolutely freakish stuff. You could not have predicted that. But yeah. Anyway, moving on back to Freo. Their list is still absolutely amazing. Like in the likes of Sarong, Brayshaw, Bolton. It looks like they'll be pretty decent side, and they've got Mason Cox this year too. They've picked up Coxie. But yeah, it'll be very good to see where they go from there. Moving on to number 6, Adelaide. So we're really getting into the top end teams now. Adelaide, definitely a strong side this year. They've got good players in Kalachi. Who else have we got? We've got Phil Thorpe. So many. It's actually insane. Jordan Dawson. Tex, he's still around. It'll be good to see where they go in terms of last year going out in straight sets. It'll be interesting to see if they can get back into the sort of rhythm and not fall off again. I would say. But yeah, they'll still easily make the top 8. I reckon. Easily. Moving on to 5th, we have Geelong. They've still got a very good team. Geelong, Bailey Smith, Jeremy Cameron, it's just those 2 names alone are scary. Made it to the grand final last year, fell short. They were favourites to win. They just couldn't get over the line. But I just don't think this year they'll go as well as last year. They'll have a good season. But I don't think there's too many list changes for them. So they'll stay around the sort of Geelong that they were last year. But I don't think they'll go as well. Next, what do we got? We've got Hawthorn. I feel like that's a very safe team to put it 4th. Their list is still good. It's unfortunate that they couldn't get merit from the Bombers, but it is what it is for them. I feel like they're a good, solid team, as good as last year, and I think they'll stay around that same sort of area, I guess you could say, for ladder and season. So it'll be good to see where they go from last year, but I reckon they'll still go very solid. Moving on to third now, we have Sydney. Now these top three teams I feel like are also interchangeable. Any three of them could be in the top, could be the minor premier. But yeah, but they've just added Charlie Kerner to their list, so that's just gonna be insane for them. You know, adding Charlie, he will bring a lot to their team. Unfortunately, oh, they will be a scary side to go against, and the expectations for Sydney will be so much higher now because they've got a very good list. It's just they can't put the season with their team. I feel like, I mean, they've picked up other players like Malcolm Roses from the Suns, and yeah, a bunch of others, but it's just going to be interesting to see where they go. Moving on to second, Gold Coast. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, they've got the most scary midfield in the comp. If you were in that middle and you just look around, you've got Matt Rowell, you've got Noah Anderson, you've got Christian Petrarca, let alone they've also got Tuke Miller. You know, like they've got... Oh, it's scary. It's scary going against the Suns because their list is just insane. Like, you know, Matt Rowell, Bailey Humphrey, Sam Collins is a really good defender. You can't go past Ben King, absolute unit. Jared Witt's one of the best rucks in the comp. Yeah, they're going to be a very scary team to go against. And they've also picked up Jamara. And looking at Jamara at the moment, if you've seen on Suns social media, he looks like he's in a good position. So we might actually see prime Jamara at the Suns. So it'll be good to see what happens with them. Anyway, moving on to first spot. No surprises. The Lions. They're going for their three-peat. A lot of people don't want to see it. I personally wouldn't mind seeing it. I don't really mind. I like the Lions. You know, I'm a Suns fan. If you don't know already, Lions aren't too bad for us. We don't really hate each other. Like Carlton and Collingwood, for example, we don't actually hate each other. But yeah, like their list, they've picked up a bunch of people. Sam Draper, for example. Did they pick up Oscar Allen this year? I feel like they did. I'm not very good when it comes to who the Lions picked up, but yeah, it's gonna be a good year for them. I feel like, but yeah, but like I said, between the Suns, Brisbane, Sydney, Hawks, Geelong, or Adelaide, anywhere in that top six could go anywhere. Same with 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10. Anything can happen. So it'll be very, very good to see what happens this year. But yeah, make sure to stay tuned for the NRL video. I'll put that list back on the screen if it's not already right now. So that's my final list. So I'll go back through it again. First, Brisbane. Second, Gold Coast. Third, Sydney. Fourth, Hawthorn. Fifth, Geelong. Sixth, Adelaide. Seventh, Fremantle. Eighth, Western Bulldogs. Ninth, GWS. 10th, Collingwood. 11th, Port Adelaide. 12th, St Kilda. 13th, Carlton. 14th, Essendon. 15th, North Melbourne. 16th, Richmond. 17th, Melbourne. And 18th, West Coast. Let me know what you would have done different down in the comments. Make sure to drop a like. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. It's gonna be a big year. All my tips coming out very shortly, within the next week-ish. Oh no, not within the next week. Within the next 2 weeks. Because it's AFL and NRL season already. We are back. We are ready to go, and it's gonna be a massive year. So make sure to stay tuned for more of this AFL and NRL content, ladies and gents. And I will see you guys in the next one. Deuces.